Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, December 17th, 2021. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing awesome. Hope you're doing well. Glad you're here. I really appreciate your attendance. Guys, don't forget also, we're going to talk about how to figure out how to really market a course today through figuring out what the name of the course is going to be. But before we get going, do me a favor and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there. Don't forget also ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live. Man, what a good day, right? We're all alive and hopefully you're healthy and happy and all that good stuff. Also, make really good use of that chat box. If you're live with me right now, please use that chat box. Let me know things. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Let me know where you're at. Let me know what you're working on. Put any questions you got in there. If you're not watching this live and you're watching a recording of it, you can use the comment section. I go back through there and I try to do it daily. I don't always do it daily, but I try to go back through there daily and answer your questions and talk to you guys. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you being here. But I want to know about you. Okay. I want to get to know you guys and we want to build this thing going on. What's going on, Paul? Good to see you. So sounding good this morning. I appreciate that. We got some good volume going on. People are popping in now. 10 o'clock on a Friday. Who the heck can watch me at 10 o'clock on a Friday, right? Well, if you can't watch me at 10 o'clock on a Friday, you can catch this video anytime once it is up and loaded to YouTube, which is right after I go live. So that's a cool thing. And, you know, today I want to talk about courses, but I want you to wrap your head around something. There's two ways to do a course: to be really good at a thing, an expert or whatever. And the other way is to go learn something that makes you an expert. Okay, either way you can do it. It doesn't matter. Either way you can do it. So don't worry about that part of it. Now, the big part we're going to talk about today is actually making a course that people are already looking for. Okay, it's a whole lot easier for you to make a course that people are looking for than to make a course and go try to find people who want that course. Okay, do you see the difference in that? So we're going to do that with some tools, and they're called SEO tools, search engine optimization tools. And let me pull up some of my notes right here. But I've written out some steps. I think it's going to make it a whole lot easier for you. You're going to understand it a whole lot better. You know, if you pick a topic, let's say we pick a topic. Let's say we pick, I don't know, beauty and makeup and hair related, that type of things. There's a lot of tutorials online about that, but there's always new beauty trends and new possibilities for digital products. So to show the power of keyword research, I'm going to use, let's say, some beauty and cosmetology courses as a demonstration. Okay. Now, if you're thinking about doing anything in this arena, and I have to put this disclaimer in there, offering any of these beauty related courses, make sure you're within the compliance of any cosmetology licensing requirements in your area, because there are requirements. I'm just using this as an example. Okay. Now what I did is I used Ahrefs and I pulled up a bunch of information. So when it comes to difficulty, the lower the number, the better, as far as when you're pulling up SEO for words. There's often a correlation between what? High difficulty and high search volume, but not always. So sometimes you can find a high search volume and it has a low difficulty. Finding a course with lower difficulty and a disproportionately high number of searches is the goal. Okay. So a general term, let's say online marketing courses, has a lot more difficulty to rank than more niche topics like online lash course. Okay. But the second keyword still has hundreds of people searching each month for it. Now you may say, well, I want tens of thousands of people searching. Well, understand that if you have tens of thousands of people searching, there's going to be tons of courses on it. It would be a whole lot better than if it was a few hundred and there was hardly no courses, because then you could rank. So you can see that some course topics are listed as super easy to rank for, but they come with low search volume. For example, I'm looking at a chart I pulled up. Henna course online and online eyebrow threading course are some of the easiest keywords, but both only have 30 searches per month. So it's very low search. Okay. And that's the big trade-off for this. These sorts of easy to rank keywords with low traffic might be great options for somebody who already has a following. Okay. So if you've already got a list and you want to come out with a new course for your list, this may be a good idea. they have a group of buyers who can make the course worth their time to produce, but also use the easy to rank for keywords to secure their page's spot in the higher rankings. Now, the lower difficulty search term in popularity, then that course creator will be set to benefit from more traffic to their page and hopefully more course sales. Okay, so you got to think of the overall numbers when you're doing this. It's very much a case of early bird catching the worm. Now, I'm still working on my book for digital course designer, but I have a course that's right behind that. And I told you guys that'll probably be next year, probably into January or something like that. You're going to see that book and that course coming out. But I know that, people who want to design courses, that is really on the upswing now, because we've been through this, we're still going through it, but we've been through this world illness thing where people were starting to accept courses. They were going, hey, courses online, they're pretty darn cool. But then people were going, yeah, I'm taking all these courses. Man, I think I'd like to actually do a course and sell one. So I'm going to fill that niche of people who want to make and sell courses because I've already done it. Okay, so that's my expertise in it. I've already done it. If you look at the Google Trends, you'll see that online makeup courses have increased since the early 2000s. So if this keyword was once easier to rank for with lower search volume, but consumer demand for this content has shifted. Okay, it's changed a lot. And gosh, I'd like to show you this chart here, but I really can't show it to you and talk to you at the same time. So you've got to decide what you want to sell after analyzing your keyword data. So after you've looked up your keyword data, what's the next step in deciding your next course or digital product? So here's a couple tips I want to give you. Ultimately, you're going to need to be knowledgeable enough. And remember I said in the beginning, you could already be an expert or gain it in the subject to create the content that was valuable to your customers. Now, if you see potential future trend, but have a gap in your expertise, what could you do? You could look into professional development and still be ahead of the curve. You could learn this stuff, okay? That's what people forget. They're like, well, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. Go to Google and type it in. You'll find it. I promise you. Whatever it is, you're going to find it. Let me get a sip here real quick. Let me get a sip, and I'm going to answer some of your questions there. I see Paul's put a couple in. And guys, I do want to remind you, I started a new channel. I recorded the second video for it yesterday. And I didn't tell you that, Paul. I know you've been sending me some messages. I did a Caesar salad yesterday. Oh my God, it was so good. I did homemade croutons, and I know this is off topic, but I just want to let you guys know it's out there. It's got homemade croutons in it, homemade dressing in it. And anybody can do this salad. It's really, really good. So if you're interested in that, let me put this in the chat box here. Check out my other channel, Restaurant Quality Recipes, period. Search by channel. Okay, so I put that in the comments section there, and let me look at some of your comments too. So when looking for keywords, do you funnel hack other sites to see what's working? You can, but you don't really need to. If you're using something like Ahrefs or SEMrush, something like that, it's going to pull those other sites for you. And then you can kind of go through it that way. Really, one of these tools is what you need. They cost anywhere from $29 a month to $99 a month. And people are always like, oh, I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to spend the money. Man, spend the money. Spend $20 or $30. Would you spend $30 to make thousands or millions? I mean, come on, do it. Spend the money. And I'm not promoting any of those places, but I'm telling you, there's some good ones. Ahrefs is good. SEOrush is good. There's just tons of them out there that are really good. And they all pretty much do the same thing. They pull information from the internet, which may be from somebody's website, like what you just said. Let's see here. For selling a course, short or long sales pages. I like video pages. I got to tell you, it's easier for me to tell a story in a video. And I'll tell you something I learned a few years ago. I was at a mastermind. And if you're doing sales pages, this is a super cool trick. What happens if you put a video on there? People love to watch videos. They really do. And they're going to watch them and you'll up your sales. The problem with a video is that if you just put a video on your sales page, let's say somebody's walking through the airport or they're sitting in an office or they're in a meeting and they're scrolling on their phone, they can't play the video because there's people around them. So what we do is we take the entire transcript of the video and we put it into a drop down that they can click and they can see all the words of everything on the video. It's a really cool trick that really kept people on the page longer and got us more sales because now you're grabbing those people who couldn't watch the video. And you're getting the people who can watch the video. And you're also grabbing the people who have a hearing impairment. So that's a really cool thing to do, is take the whole transcript, put it in a drop down. And what we do is we put click here to see text version of this video. And people click it and they can actually go see it, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. What else we got? How often do you update your courses? Not often enough. I can tell you that. I try to keep them updated if it's necessary. Looking forward to seeing Caesar salad video. Oh my God, it was so good. I can't explain how good it was. Okay, so the next thing I would tell you is look for the keywords in the niche that have some kind of community around them. Okay, now think of it this way. Let's go back to our beauty example. There is an online presence of people looking for tips to take care of style, curly hair. Okay, so if you got curly hair, there's a community of that. Okay, and that's niche. But that's what we want, is niche, right? Curly hair. Whether you build that community yourself or you can market to that community, that can help indicate an interest and unlock potential customers. So think of it that way. You want to niche down more and more and more and more. Using Moz, you can use Moz free keyword tool. There is some free ones out there. There are a number of related keywords that you could use to help somebody rank online. Now, I pulled up the results here. You can't see them, but a combination of passionate community and low difficulty keywords can help indicate success. So what I did is I pulled them up. Curly hair artistry has 287 searches. Curly hair classes near me only has 1. Okay, so we don't want to do that. Okay. And then if you look at some of the titles and URLs, there is a website called www.curlyhairartistry.com. That's pretty interesting stuff, right? There's another one I found called www.cutkinky.com. Okay, so that's one of the ones out there. Also, people are searching map method hair. I don't know anything about map method hair, but apparently that's a thing because there's 229 people searching every single month. But there's only 11 people searching for curly hair classes. Okay, so you've got to kind of really dig down and see what some of the suggestions are. Next thing you want to do, you want to find keywords that correlate to your niche expertise. So if you teach on a subject that requires high barriers to entry, let's say certification or advanced education, that can reduce your competition. Okay, so if you're doing a certified course, it's going to reduce the number of people that are actually selling the course, but you're going to be able to sell it for more money. Search long tail keywords that include your qualifications and implement those if they look promising. So you could say, hair artistry certifications or professional. The people that are searching that are going to be more willing to spend more money. So you got to think of it that way. Now, the next thing you got to do is look to see how many linking domains you need. Ahrefs has a feature that will actually estimate how many backlinks you'll need from other sites to rank in the top 10 searches. You may choose the keywords that only need a few sites to help you rank as a topic. So you may want to look at those. And if you're not selling courses now, I tell you the best place is Kartra. In the description after this video is up on YouTube, you're going to find in the description a link to Kartra, Kartra. You guys, if you've been around and you've heard me talk for a while, you know I talk about Kartra a lot. It's because it's a great product. I've never had anybody try it that didn't like it. In my link, it's an affiliate link, but in my link, if you click it, you can get Kartra for $1. Try it out. Okay, I think it's a 14-day trial, but it's $1. Try it out, see if you like it. You don't even have to do the trial. You can just click the link and watch the video, and it will tell you everything about it. And you can see if it's for you. Okay, you can see if that's something you want to do. Now, what you also want to do is think about related courses to a course you do. Now, one of my first courses was called Digital Cash Academy. Digital Cash Academy had to do with e-commerce. It had to do with setting up a drop shipping business through e-commerce. Let me get another sip here. And in doing that, I built an audience. But then I got to thinking, well, okay, if they're doing e-commerce and they're actually going to be selling products online, they need traffic. And how do you get traffic? You run ads. So the next course I came out with was called Facebook Ads University. And you'll find links to all these in the description once this video is up on YouTube. And it's called Facebook Ads University. And it taught people how to run ads on Facebook. So I got to thinking some more. What else could I do? And I said, well, I want to teach in the community. So I set up meetup groups. And I think it was every 2 weeks or something like that. I would do this meetup group, and all these people would come in from all kinds of different businesses. There were doctors in there were dentists in there were chiropractors, there were plumbers in there. I had electricians in there, all kinds of different people who wanted to market online. And I would teach them how to market online. But here's the thing I did that I thought was really smart, is that I filmed it. I filmed all this because this was a mastermind course essentially that I was doing. So I filmed it, and then I took all of those recordings and I edited them and I put them in a course called Webcash Academy. Webcash Academy. You'll also find a link to that in the description below too. Webcash Academy is extremely inexpensive. I think it's like $27 or $47 a month. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I set that up so that people could actually watch me teaching live and hear people in an audience asking questions. So I did that course. And then I got to thinking, as I often do, well, where are they going to set up this course? Well, probably Shopify, but Shopify is difficult to set up a course. So what did I do? I updated a new course, and it was called Ecom Road. And what Ecom Road did was it showed people how to use Shopify as a place to sell your products. Okay. Because now they needed a platform to sell it. Okay. So I did that course. And then I got to thinking, which I often do, that they're going to need to market to audiences they already have. Once they run these ads and they've got people on their list, and they got people that opted in, you got to email these people. So I came out with another course called what was the name? I can't think of it, slipping my mind now. Email Earning Systems, EES. And EES did very well because it taught people how to actually use emails to make money. And I'm trying to think, do I have any other courses right now? I have a bunch of courses. I've got the digital course designer that I'm working on right now. And digital course designer it has really kind of sprung out of, I was working on this a few years ago, but it sprung out of the illness that hit the world and everybody accepting online courses now. So that means a lot of people want to be able to do an online course. Let me read some of the stuff here I've got going on here. I hate the guys who have a course and then do an hour-long video, and the first half hour is BS filler. Yeah, I mean it's like a webinar marketing tool, and that's very popular. And I've got to tell you, I've done some of myself. I do like the shorter ones, but sometimes you got to do those long ones. By the way, I love the pricing video that you also posted today. Tons of great information. Yeah, guys, what Paul's talking about is I do post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. These are recorded videos. They go up on my channel. I have over 1,100 videos on this channel now. 1,100 videos. So I put a lot of time into this. I wouldn't do this if I wasn't getting good results. And you may say, oh, you're making money off it. Yeah, I'm making money off it, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people like Paul and other people out there. Jennifer, who's just blown it up. And our gardener just shut up out here. Can you guys hear the mower? He's mowing at my window right now. Could you guys hear that? Do you hear the mower out there? Put it in the comment section if you hear the mower. But anyhow, so I have a lot of students that get really, really good results. They're making good money. And that's why I keep doing these videos, because guys, if you just listen to this stuff, these are all proven and tried things that work out. And if you hear that mower, put that in the chat section. He's mowing right below my window right now. I like how you target the older crowd, but your demographic is also younger because of the keywords that allows people to see your material. Yeah, I don't understand my audience, Paul. The majority of my audience on YouTube is 18 to 24. 18 to 24. I don't target those people, but that's the majority of it. And the rest of it is 24 to 35. And there's not much. That's like 93% of my audience, 93%. So if you're listening now and you're not that age, you're different. Okay. But I'm different because I'm not that age, right? So that's the way that goes. When you have a course, what platforms do you market on? Can you market courses on Amazon, or is it not worth it? Thoughts on sell on Shopify? You don't hear the mower. Wow. That's amazing. I get this microphone's doing well there. This is my new desk microphone, and I lied just now because it's not my new desk microphone. It's my wife's, but it's a Blue Yeti. Seems to work pretty well. I kind of like it. It's big and bulky, but as long as it gets the job done. I market on YouTube. I run ads. I have sales pages. I market to my list. I will post on Facebook. I don't really do much Instagram or TikTok or any of that kind of stuff. Let's see, thoughts on Shopify. I love Shopify. Love Shopify. I think Shopify is a great platform. It is e-commerce though. I mean, and it's evolving a little bit, but it is a platform primarily for e-commerce, but it's a great platform. It's an easy platform for you to use. I think you would definitely like it. My mower guy out, it's kind of funny. We live in Georgetown, Texas. I don't want to get off subject here real quick, but my guy out there is mowing the grass and he doesn't need to mow it. I had my gardener in California year round because the grass grew, but now it's changing a little bit here and I'm looking and I'm paying this guy to run a mower over the grass. And I think it's grown like this much. And it's been 2 weeks because I switched them to 2 weeks from 1 week. So anyhow, that's the way it is. That mic is the goods, brother. Oh, good. And this mic here is a lot cheaper than some of the other mics I use. I have a lavalier mic I use actually for all my videos, and that's about a $650 microphone. I think this was like $150. I don't know what it was, but it's a good microphone. My wife uses it. I use it. So platform-wise, I am going to recommend Kartra. There's a lot of platforms out there, but there's a reason I'm recommending Kartra over the others. The main reason is that you in Kartra can upload your videos in Kartra, and it has analytics and it shows you how much of those videos people are watching, and you can tie that into triggers. So let's say somebody finishes your course, you could trigger an email to go out to them and say, hey, Bob, you just finished this course. Hey, Jenny, you just finished this course. I want to congratulate you. I want to give you this certificate. And in addition to that, I want to tell you about this other course that complements it. And you can start marketing your next course. Now, that's the upside to it. The downside to it is you could find that you have a video and that on that particular video, people are stopping at, let's say, 5 minutes and the video is 10 minutes long. Well, you could go to that video and say, why are they stopping at 5 minutes? And maybe at 5 minutes you had a mistake or an error, or there's a glitch, or the video quit playing, or I don't know what it was. Maybe you said something that was, off-putting, but you would know what's wrong with that video and you could tweak it and you could do a little bit better by doing that. Okay. So that's one of the other things you could do. And my screen just went out, guys. I apologize. So that's why Kartra is good, because you can do that. Not to mention the fact that a lot of these other places where you do courses, it's just courses, whereas Kartra is an everything marketing website software. You can send emails, you can do sales pages, you can do sequences, you can do all kinds of stuff within that software. So it's kind of like, I like to cook, but I don't like one function tools, like a tool that only does one thing in the kitchen. I don't like. I like a tool that will do several different things for me. So if you buy a one function software, that's all it's going to do. If you get something like Kartra, it does your courses, it does your sales pages, it does your marketing, it does your emails, it does all this stuff, your videos. I want a tool that's going to do a bunch of stuff. It saves me money, it saves me time, because I don't have to log into a whole bunch of different softwares to get the same information. Not to mention the analytics I get out of it are phenomenal. So that's why I say Kartra. There is a link that's going to be in the description once this video is up on YouTube and it's not live like we are now, unless you're watching a recording now, and then you'll just find it down there. Okay, it'll just be there. Let's see here. Kartra, is that the correct spelling? No. Let me put this in here and use my link, because you will get Kartra for only $1. Okay, and you could try it out for, I think it's 14 days for $1. So use my link. It's below in the description. So use that out. And that comes from Mike Tyler. Mike Tyler, what's up, buddy? Tell me where you're at and what you're working on. I love talking to you guys. What do you find the sweet spot for length of a video in a course? That's a great question. And that's one of them. One of the things I do have a definitive answer for. I would never go over 8 to 10 minutes for a single video. I think if you go over that, it's difficult to get through a course. It makes it hard. And if it makes it hard and difficult, people aren't going to finish your course. If they don't finish your course, they're probably not going to buy your next course. But you can do 5-minute videos too. People would rather have a whole bunch of small videos and feel like they're making progress than to have, 2 videos that are an hour and a half long. Okay. That's a commitment. Okay. I can stop during the day and watch a 5 or 6 minute video and get some learning done, but I can't stop in the middle of the day and watch an hour-long video. I can't do it. So I think 8 to 10 is a sweet spot for me. I don't really like to go over that. I'd say that's a max. But 5 or 6 is not bad either. So right in there, you do have to give enough information. I think when you get below 5 minutes, they're like, oh, you ripped me off. You only talk for 3 minutes. So, 5 to 6 minutes on up to about 8 to 10 minutes. And that's a great question. And I learned that from doing courses. So that's something I picked up. Mike Tyler, I'm in the United States and I'm working on marketing. Tell me where in the United States you are. Tell me what kind of marketing you do. I want to see. I love knowing where people are and what they're working on. And what's happening with them. And I think you'll like Kartra too. Guys, if you're doing any marketing, Mike, man, oh man, Kartra it blew my mind. And I tell you, I've seen a lot of software and I always see new softwares coming out and there's always something new every day. But man, when I got into Kartra, and it's not just the software, guys, when you're getting a piece of software, what is the support like? How hard is it to learn? All those things are really, really important. Kartra has great support. There was a little bit of a learning curve, but I was doing Infusionsoft before, and Infusionsoft was super hard. I never really got good at Infusionsoft. My wife was, so I used it for a number of years. But the other thing was with Infusionsoft, and they call it Keep now, Keep. But the other thing with Keep was I was paying thousands of dollars a month, thousands. Now I pay a few $100. Now, keep in mind, you won't pay a few $100 because if you get a starter plan, I think it's like $99 or something like that. But you can get it for $1 and try it out and see if you like it. But the cool thing is if you're paying for other pieces of software, like I did, I think I canceled 8 or 9 different pieces of software. I can't remember now. I used to say it's been so long ago. But I canceled so many pieces of software and it made my life so much easier, my wife so much easier. And you think about it, just logging into 4 or 5 different pieces of software takes time. As a online marketer, the only thing you have that's marketable, the only thing you can do is time. Your time is so very important. So when you're spending time doing something, it's really important that you get the max out of it. So if I log into one place and I can do 5 different things in that one place, then of course I'm going to do a whole lot better off. Let's see. How many, South Carolina, Bitcoin. You do a Bitcoin. That's awesome. I bought a bunch of crypto. I didn't buy a bunch, but let me look at this crypto coin here. Look at my account real quick. And I'm losing on this. So, I'll take any advice. Oh my God. I've lost almost 50% of what I've invested in my cryptocurrency. And the stock market has really been down the past couple of weeks too. So I'm not even gonna look at that right now. It just makes me sad. But overall, I've made money. Let's see. How much time per week do you spend on analytics? Have you done any info videos for Survivalcave food? Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I did one 2 days ago that's going to be on our About Us page. And you may want to check that out, Survivalcave food About Us. But it's not there yet, but it will be there. So you can check that out. How much time do I spend a week? I don't really check the time. I will say that pretty much every single day, 2 or 3 times a day, I'll look at analytics. I know that's crazy, right? I look at a lot of different analytics. I look at YouTube, what's going on there, my subscribers. I look at, what my revenue is, my RPM, my CPM. I look at click-through rates. I look at rankings. I look at all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of hard to say out of a day, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes a day, because I'm making decisions every single day. If I wait a week, and something wasn't working for 2 days, I want to make the decision then. Okay, I don't want to wait another week. I just don't want to do that. I want to get it done. So that's why I do it that way. So yeah, I love these questions. I love these comments. I love Mike. Mike just joined us. Tammy is in there now. Good to see you, Tammy. And I know when I do these lives, some of them get very little views when I do them live because I do it at a very difficult time. 10 o'clock on a Friday. Come on. 10 o'clock on a Wednesday. Come on. 10 o'clock on a Monday, come on. But that's when it's convenient for me. And I know that it'll be convenient for you because you can watch it anytime you want. It's different nowadays. If I'm doing something live, now, if I were to do something live on Facebook, which I'm live on Facebook right now. It doesn't do as well. It doesn't do as well because on Facebook, you really can't see those videos later on. You're stuck. You pretty much got to watch it live then or try to scroll through and find it. YouTube makes it super easy. You go to my channel, click on live videos, and there it is. Boom. Simple. Or you can search by subject, okay? Because we have them all optimized by keywords. So that's very important. Guys, if you have any more questions about courses, I've done a lot of courses. I've mentioned a whole bunch of them. I think 5 or 6 different courses I've done. And I'm always working on a new course. My wife's working on a new course right now. She's working on a book right now. But put that in the comment section now. Let's see here. I do see another one here. Have you ever done a course which included a physical products as well as videos? Well, digital Digital Cash Academy is about physical products. It's about e-commerce. So the answer to that is yes. Facebook is for the kids and drama folks. Mike, you're so accurate. It's like, oh my God, we moved into an area, and I don't want to say the neighborhood, but we're in Texas, and we have a neighborhood group on Facebook, and I'll share this story with you. And people post in there different things, and I see the stupidest things posted in there. And they'll post things like, if you were pulling out of the driveway over on such and such street this morning, you really don't know how to drive, and you cut us off, and you ought to think about how you're driving. Or, some kid was riding his bicycle down the sidewalk. If this is your kid, you need to tell it. I'm thinking, who in the world is going to know if it's that kid or whose kid it is or what street you're talking about? Or maybe that person is in the group, maybe they're not. This is the most ridiculous thing. So my wife went to a meeting the other night of different people, different women that are in this neighborhood here. And they got together and they want to do a group called Real Housewives of, and then they're going to put the name of the neighborhood. And then she got the idea, which I think is a great idea, is to pull up some of these posts that people put in there that are really stupid. And as a group, they could just make fun of those posts. I mean, that would be a great podcast, don't you think? Where they were just making fun of stupid things that people post online. Because, buddy, you can go to Facebook and you can have an unlimited amount of stupid posts that you could make fun of. I mean, it is unbelievable how many stupid posts there are on Facebook. I look at this and I'm thinking, how are these people getting through life doing some of the things they're doing? And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but goodness gracious, if you're on Facebook, you know it's true. There's some dumb stuff there. I mean, they're just incredibly dumb. I sometimes I go crazy. I'm like, I can't believe this person posted this. I can't believe they said this. I can't believe they did this. And then they get irate and mad and angry at other people. I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. Looking forward to Friday lunch post. Yeah, we got a cool place we're going today. It's Italian. It's a really good place. It's highly recommended. Been around for years. I'm in a foodie group on Facebook, and people look for different restaurants. And this one here has been recommended over and over and over again. So I'm really excited to go there. It looks like a really good place. I'm thrilled. I'm really thrilled to go there. So I'm excited about that. Have to bounce, but hope everyone has a great weekend and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Paul. Appreciate you being here, of course, as always. And guys, if you got any last questions, stick them in there. If I end before I get a chance to answer your questions, I will come back and answer it. Also, if you haven't subscribed, come on, people, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there. Turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell, turn on up. That was a bad bell ring. How about that's much better? Okay. So don't forget to ring the bell. That is turn on all bell notifications. Let the algorithm know that you want to know when I upload a video or when I go live, because just subscribing, it won't tell you that. You'd have to go to your subscriptions and look to see if I did a video, and that's a hassle. It's a whole lot easier to turn on your notifications and let YouTube tell you when I have a new video, when I go live, and that way you'll know about it. And you could choose to go there, or you could just make a note and say, hey, later on, I'm going to go back. I want to watch that video. That's a subject I'm interested in. So you can do that. The video niche of Karen and Ken videos, easy to get hooked on. I don't know what that is. Tell me what that one is. Is Karen and Ken, huh? Now, this is the Real Housewives of Bleep, okay, of our neighborhood here. And they all want to do it. It sounds kind of neat. But, I was talking to my wife, and then once you get into a group of people, well, who's going to set up the website? Who's going to set up the podcast? Who's going to buy the URL? Who owns the URL? Who doesn't? So there's so many problems. So maybe it's better if she just does it. I don't know. And I'll talk to her about that. Maybe if she just did it, that would be pretty funny. Let me get a sip here. But there's something to be said to have somebody to bounce this stuff off of. I have an interview I've got to do with somebody. I forgot. I got to go ahead and get on their thing and set that up. What is the hottest niche? Mike, I have a list of hot niches. And if you send me a message, I will actually get that to you. But it lists the top niches that you should go into right now, and it's current for right now, this time of the, because like last year it was different. The year before that was different. But if you send me a message, you can send it to mail@jrfisher.com or info@jrfisher.com or training@jrfisher.com. Any of those email addresses, I will see it, get it, and I will send you that list, and you can look at it and see what you think. Karens are crazy, loud people who complain irrationally. Well, we've got a lot of those. There's a lot of Karens in this neighborhood. I'm telling you. It's unbelievable. And a lot of the people in the neighborhood now are driving golf carts. We got a new grocery store. It's a mile away from the house. They're driving golf carts over there, and they're getting beer. And they built this whole shopping center. and there's no other stores in there. I mean, there's all the spots where the stores are going to be, and one opened, didn't open, excuse me. One of them has put their name on top as to what it is, and it's a liquor store. And believe you me, these people are excited. They're going to get another store, and it's going to be a liquor store because they don't sell liquor inside grocery stores here in Texas. You can't do that. So yeah, my weed eater guy is coming around now. I don't know if you can hear him. He seems kind of loud. You got to hear him. You got to hear this guy. He's right at my window right now. They don't care if I'm doing a live video, and they shouldn't. Okay, they're doing their job. They're supposed to show up when they can and do my yard, and I appreciate them. They do a great job. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here today. Don't forget, I was thinking about this yesterday, how so many leaders, how so many bosses, how so many politicians get in office or get the job to help the people beneath them, and they forget that. They forget that their job is to help the people that they manage, that they oversee, that they represent, okay? Make sure that if you get into a position, okay, if you get into a position of authority, that you remember to be kind. Remember to be kind, guys, because all the people that you step on the way up are the same people you'll see on the way down, okay? And yes, CBD is a good niche. However, incredibly regulated, a lot of regulations. You can't advertise in a lot of places, very difficult to advertise, and incredible competition. So anytime a niche is really big like that, and it's big right now, you're going to have some obstacles, and there's some huge obstacles there. So be very cautious about CBD. I think there's some great benefits to it, but I think it's still working itself out. It's not a niche I would get in right now just because of the competition and regulation on it right now. Very, very tough. Let's see here. Somebody else put another one. Mike, CBD is hot, but getting crowded and easy to pirate label. Yeah, people don't even know what they're getting. And then you have lawsuits if somebody gets sick, and oh my God, it's tough. It's tough. And Mike, Paul's around a lot, so he could help you out too. He's involved with a lot of stuff and sees a lot of stuff too. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. We gotta go to lunch. We're gonna go to Italian lunch. If you want to see my lunch today, go to Facebook, look up J.R. Fisher, find me, friend me, look at the pictures, look at the restaurant, see what you think. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you probably on Monday. I'll send you out an email this weekend. If you're not on my email list, go to jrfisher.com. Get on the email list. All you gotta do is opt in for anything, and you'll get my email. Love you guys so much. Talk to you later.